Before you quit, watch this. How champions think. The moment before you quit. There is a moment in every life. A moment when you feel tired. A moment when your energy feels empty. A moment when you ask yourself a hard question. Is this worth it? You wake up and feel heavy. Your body moves, but your heart feels slow. You look at your work and feel nothing. No fire, no joy, only pressure. This is the moment before you quit. Most people think quitting happens suddenly. They think one bad day makes people stop. That is not true. Quitting is slow. It grows quietly. It starts with doubt, then fear, then excuses. You say you will rest for one day, then 1 week, then someday. That someday never comes. Before people quit their dream, they quit believing. Before they stop trying, they stop hoping. Champions know this moment very well. They feel it too. They feel the same tired body, the same fear, the same voice in the head that says, "Stop." The difference is simple. Champions do not listen to that voice. They pause, they breathe, they remember why they started. Most people quit because they think something is wrong. They think pain means failure. They think struggle means they chose the wrong path. Champions think differently. They know pain is a sign of growth. They know struggle is part of the process. They know this moment is not the end. This moment is the test. Life always tests you before it changes you. It asks one question: how serious are you? If you quit now, life learns something about you. It learns that pressure can stop you. It learns that discomfort controls you. If you stay, life also learns something. It learns that you are not easy to break. Most people quit not because they cannot continue. They quit because they do not see results yet. They want proof before belief. Champions believe before proof. Think about a seed. When you plant it, you see nothing. The ground looks empty. The soil looks dead. But under the ground, something is happening. Roots are growing. Strength is building. If you dig up the seed every day to check, it will die. If you keep watering it, it will grow. Your dream is the same. Before you quit, ask yourself one question. What if this is the moment right before growth shows? Many people stop one step before success, not because success is far, but because patience is short. Champions understand invisible progress. They trust what they cannot see yet. They know growth is quiet. They know change is slow. Social media lies to you. It shows success without struggle. It shows results without years. Champions know the truth. Every win is built in silence. Before people see your success, they must not see you. They must not see the early mornings. They must not see the lonely nights. They must not see the doubts you fight alone. The moment before you quit is lonely, very lonely. You feel like no one understands you. You feel like you walk alone. Champions accept this loneliness. They do not fight it, they use it. Loneliness creates focus. Silence creates strength. When no one is watching, you are free. Free to fail. Free to learn. Free to grow without noise. Most people quit because they want comfort. Champions choose growth over comfort. Comfort feels good today. Growth feels good tomorrow. Before you quit, understand this truth. No one becomes strong in comfort.
No one becomes wise without pain. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is your teacher. It shows your limits, then it pushes them. Champions do not run from pain. They walk through it slowly, one step at a time, one breath at a time. They do not ask how long it will hurt. They ask who they will become. The moment before you quit feels final. It feels heavy. It feels endless. But it is temporary. Feelings change. Circumstances change. Strength grows. Quitting makes pain permanent. Continuing makes pain useful. Most people want an easy life. Champions want a meaningful life. Meaning is built through effort. Purpose is built through struggle. Before you quit, look at your past. Look at how much you survived. Look at how many times you stood up again. You are stronger than you remember. Champions remember their past strength. They remind themselves of every battle they won. Not big wins, small ones. The day you did not give up. The day you tried again. The day you showed up tired but showed up anyway. These moments build champions. You do not become strong in one day. You become strong one decision at a time. The decision to continue today. Before you quit, slow down. Do not decide when you are tired. Do not decide when you are emotional. Rest if you must, but do not quit. Champions rest. They do not surrender. There is a big difference. Rest means you come back. Quitting means you disappear. The moment before you quit is dangerous, but it is also powerful. If you pass this moment, you change. Something inside you hardens. Something inside you grows calm. You learn that you can survive discomfort. You learn that pain does not destroy you. That knowledge is powerful. Champions are not fearless. They are experienced. They have felt this moment many times, and they stayed. That is why they trust themselves. Before you quit, say this quietly. I am allowed to struggle. I am allowed to feel tired. I am not allowed to give up on myself. This moment will pass, but the choice you make will stay. Stay.
Part 2. How champions think under pressure. Pressure changes people. Some people break. Some people grow. The difference is not talent, it is thinking. When pressure comes, most people panic. Their mind becomes loud. Their thoughts become heavy. They think about quitting. They think about escaping. They think about comfort. Champions think differently. They slow down their thoughts. They focus on one thing, the next step. Not the whole mountain, not the final result, only the next step. Pressure feels dangerous because people imagine the future. They imagine failure. They imagine judgment. They imagine loss. Champions stay in the present. They do not fight tomorrow, today. They fight now. They understand a simple truth. You cannot control the future. You can control this moment. Under pressure, champions ask better questions. Not, why is this happening to me? But, what can I do right now? Most people ask emotional questions. Champions ask useful questions. Useful questions create action. Action reduces fear. Fear grows when you stop. Fear shrinks when you move. Champions move even when they feel afraid. They do not wait for confidence. They build confidence by acting. Confidence is not a feeling, it is a result. Most people think confidence comes first, then action comes. Champions know the truth. Action comes first, confidence follows. Under pressure, champions do not seek motivation, they rely on discipline. Motivation is unstable. It changes every day. Discipline is stable.
It stays when feelings change. Champions train discipline like a muscle. Small actions every day. They wake up when they want to sleep. They work when they want to stop. Not because they enjoy pain, but because they respect their future. Under pressure, champions remember their promise, the promise they made to themselves. I will continue, even when it is hard. They know breaking this promise hurts more than effort. Effort is painful for a moment. Regret is painful for a lifetime. Champions think long-term. Most people think short-term. Short-term thinking says stop now. Long-term thinking says endure. Pressure reveals priorities. When things get hard, you see what matters. Champions protect what matters. Their vision, their values, their identity. They do not say, I will try. They say, I will train. Trying is optional. Training is a system. Champions build systems, not excuses. They do not depend on mood. They depend on habits. Habits remove decision fatigue. Habits protect energy. Under pressure, champions simplify. They remove noise. They remove distraction. They focus on basics. Sleep, work, learn, repeat.
When emotions rise, champions do not react, they respond. Reaction is emotional. Response is intentional. They create space between feeling and action. In that space, strength is built. Pressure tries to rush you. Champions refuse to rush. They know rushed decisions are weak decisions. They breathe. They pause. They choose. Champions also accept failure. They do not fear it. Failure is information, not identity. They fail and ask one question, what did this teach me? Then they adjust. Most people fail and feel shame. Champions fail and feel curious. Curiosity leads to improvement. Pressure also brings loneliness. Champions accept that too. They understand leadership is lonely. Growth is lonely. The higher you go, the fewer people understand you. Champions do not explain their vision to everyone. They protect it. They work in silence. Silence sharpens focus. Under pressure, champions stop comparing. Comparison creates weakness. They only compare with yesterday. Am I better than before? Am I stronger than last time? That is enough. Champions understand pace. They do not rush success. They respect timing. A tree grows slowly. A muscle grows slowly. A strong mind grows slowly. Pressure tests patience. Champions pass the test. They know consistency beats intensity. Doing a little every day is stronger than doing a lot sometimes. Under pressure, champions choose effort over emotion. Emotion says stop. Effort says continue. Champions trust effort. They know effort never lies, even when results are invisible. Pressure also reveals identity. Most people see pressure and say, I cannot. Champions say, this is who I am becoming. They attach meaning to pain. Pain without meaning destroys. Pain with meaning builds. Champions give pain a purpose. This pain is training me. This struggle is shaping me. Under pressure, champions become students. They learn from mistakes. They learn from losses. Learning turns pressure into power. They also forgive themselves. They do not waste energy on guilt. Guilt looks backward. Growth looks forward. Champions move forward. Pressure wants you to doubt yourself. Champions answer doubt with action. Small actions, simple actions. One task, one page, one rep. Small wins restore control. Control restores calm. Calm creates clarity. Clarity builds confidence. This is how champions think. Not loud, not dramatic, but steady. Pressure does not disappear for champions. They learn to carry it, like weight. At first, it feels heavy. Then you grow stronger. Pressure becomes familiar. then useful.
Champions do not ask for an easy path. They ask for strength to walk it. They trust the process. They trust themselves. Under pressure, they repeat one rule: do the next right thing. Not everything, just the next right thing. This rule saves them. Pressure will come again and again. Each time, champions respond faster, calmer, stronger. That is how they win, not by avoiding pressure, but by mastering it. Part 3. Why champions never quit and always rise. Champions do not win because life is easy. They win because they stay. Staying is a skill. Staying is a decision. Most people leave when it hurts. Champions stay when it hurts. This is not because they enjoy pain. It is because they understand pain. Pain is temporary. Growth is permanent. Champions know quitting feels good for a moment, but it steals the future. They choose a harder today for a better tomorrow. Champions never quit because quitting breaks identity. When you quit, you teach your mind to escape. When you stay, you teach your mind to endure. Endurance builds trust. Trust builds confidence. Champions trust themselves. They know they can survive discomfort. They know they can stand alone. That knowledge is power. Champions do not chase motivation. They build commitment. Motivation asks, how do I feel? Commitment asks, what must be done? Commitment is calm. Motivation is emotional. Champions choose calm strength. They also understand time. Time is not the enemy. Rushing destroys quality. Patience builds mastery. Champions give dreams time to grow. They know success has seasons. There is a season to plant, a season to wait, a season to rise. Most people quit in the waiting season. Champions stay. They know waiting is working. Under the surface, something is changing. Roots are deepening. Skills are sharpening. The mind is strengthening. Champions respect the unseen work. They also respect failure. Failure is not a wall, it is a door. Every failure teaches direction. Champions listen to lessons. They do not repeat the same mistake forever. They adapt. Adaptation keeps them alive in the game. Champions never quit because they redefine winning. Winning is not the final result. Winning is showing up. Winning is keeping the promise. Winning is becoming stronger than yesterday. Results come later. This mindset removes pressure. When you stop chasing outcomes, performance improves. Champions focus on process. The process is controllable. The outcome is not. Control creates peace. Peace creates consistency. Consistency creates success.
Champions never quit because they accept loneliness. They understand this truth. Not everyone is meant to walk with you. Some people are only for one season. When you grow, you outgrow. This is not betrayal. This is evolution. Champions do not beg for understanding. They move forward quietly. Silence protects energy. They also forgive the past. They do not carry old failures like chains. They carry lessons. Letting go creates space. Space allows growth. Champions also know when to rest. Rest is strategic. Rest is recovery. They rest without guilt. Then they return stronger. They never confuse rest with quitting. One restores power, the other removes it. Champions protect discipline. They keep routines simple. Wake up, train the body, train the mind, work on the goal. Simple does not mean easy. Simple means repeatable. Repeatable wins. Champions win through repetition, day after day, even when bored, even when tired. Boredom is not danger. Comfort is. Comfort stops growth. Champions stay uncomfortable. They stretch limits, slowly, safely, consistently. Champions also choose belief. Belief before evidence. They see victory inside first. This vision guides action. When doubt appears, belief responds, not with words, with work. Work silences doubt. Champions know self-talk matters. They do not say, I cannot. They say, I am learning. They do not say, it is too late. They say, I am starting now. Language shapes reality. Strong words create strong minds. Champions speak carefully to themselves. They treat themselves like someone they are responsible for helping. This creates resilience. Resilience is not toughness. It is recovery, the ability to fall and rise again and again. Champions never quit because they understand legacy. One day, this struggle becomes a story of strength, a story that inspires others. Someone is watching, maybe silently. Your persistence matters, not just for you. Champions also understand this truth. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to continue. Progress beats perfection. Every step counts, even slow steps, especially slow steps. Slow steps build endurance. Endurance wins long games. Life is a long game. Champions play long. They do not burn out. They build in phases. They adjust pace. They stay in the race. When others leave, champions remain. When doubt screams, champions whisper calm. When fear grows, champions act. When pain comes, champions learn. This is why they rise. Not once, many times.
Rising becomes identity. At some point, quitting no longer feels possible. Not because life is easy, but because you are strong. Strong enough to continue. Strong enough to believe. Strong enough to wait. Strong enough to win. Before you quit, remember this. You are closer than you think. This moment is not stopping you. It is shaping you. Do not stop now. Stay. Because champions are not born, they are built. One decision, one step, one hard day at a time. And the decision that changes everything is simple. I will not quit. Not today. Not ever.
If this video inspired you or helped you learn something new, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Motivation to Study English for 30 minutes every day. Your support is the energy that keeps us creating better and more meaningful videos every single day.